And we're back. I'm here with Rob, who's here before, and Rob's brother,
Hank.
Hank.
That's right.
So Hank's also, he trained in Kajukenbo. He's also done a lot of mixed martial arts. So we got two martial arts experts today.
Oh.
Experts.
Yeah. So to explain it to you, Hank, since you weren't here last time, this is 5 versus 5 MMA fighting. It's fought until the last guy goes down on one of the teams.
I see.
And it's very brutal. There's only probably 5 rules. No eye hits, no throat hits, no biting, no groin hits, and then there's supposed to be no stomps to the back of the head when someone else has the guy on the ground, but sometimes you see it anyways. So you always come in with these Eastern European girls trying to dance, and
They dance better than I can dance.
that's true. They do dance better than us. You know, the 3 of us should take them on.
Nobody wants to see me in there.
And so tell me about your Kajukenbo training. What was your favorite part of it? What was your least favorite part of it?
Oh man,
Sparring.
Hank used to beat the tar out of me in sparring.
Yeah, yeah, getting in the ring and
Hank closes the distance faster than anybody. Hank
nice.
closes the distance and gets you right in the sternum, and then he'd give you a nice little groin shot.
Oh, ouch. So the groin shot would be one of the few things that would not be allowed in here, but everything else would be allowed.
Yeah.
And
Kajukenbo's brutal too.
yeah, I know.
I feel like these girls really upped their game.
They did.
Like
From season 2 to season 3, you're watching a season 3 fight, and
Wow,
they
that
hired better people.
jumped to the
They jumped to the
split.
split. Yeah. Maybe she has some jiu-jitsu training
They
too.
brought in the A team for that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is Svetlana. She's the announcer. She's very pretty. You can tell she's deadly too.
Yeah.
And she's got those cool earrings. And she's announcing there's the mic changed. There's no red
Noticed
windscreen. This is Sergey. He's the chief referee. And he looks like his family's being held hostage. And they changed their card too. The card got more professional. So this is the Brazilian team, you know?
Right.
You would think they would be the favorite because they're from Brazil.
Sao Paulo, you don't mess around.
Yeah, you don't mess with them. They're always the people who grew up fighting. Like, they grew up fighting probably more than the Poles, and they had more skill.
I'd love to get the behind the scenes, like the origin of how these teams
Yeah,
started.
how they started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell these guys are just in it to win it.
Yeah.
And then this is the UK, which is United Kingdom, London, the Brawlers with their coach with the tats.
Jeez.
And later we'll see in the breakdown, there's 3 brothers on this team. It's pretty cool. It's a family affair.
Yeah, no, that's gonna up it.
Yeah.
If you're going into a fight with your brother, it's no holds.
Exactly.
You're gonna kick someone in the head, no problem.
Exactly. So the 3, it's 5 versus 5. The Reds, the Brits, of course, and the yellow is the Brazilians. 2 BR
Now,
teams.
is this where they size each other up and this is where they determine like one-on-one?
Yeah, this is where they should determine, okay, who am I going to fight, who am I going to not fight?
Right.
And I think, especially if you watch this game, this round, there's a lot of strategy in the Brits side. I don't know if the Brazilians had any strategy, but
Where do we take our bets?
let's see. I'll take them right now. Who do you think's going to win, Hank?
I have to go with the
You're
Brazilians.
going Brazilians? What about you, Rob?
Normally I would go with the Brazilians, but this guy looks a little bit older.
Yeah, he looks old, right?
The thing about Britain is that they typically have tremendous boxing skills, and that's the anti.
look at the British boxing stance.
Hilarious. I gotta go with jiu-jitsu.
And then they fight. Watch this. See, there's an opponent switch going on.
You go 2-on-1.
Oh.
That's the smart way to go. 2-on-1.
And he goes to the ground because he's a ground fighter.
Right.
And then it's chaos in the ring. Blows being traded.
There we go.
And then, oh no, see, the guy on the ground's already done.
Yeah, you got.
And then he does what you advocate,
Right,
Rob.
you
See,
gotta
he
get-
puts one guy in between.
Definitely. But even then, I mean, like again, you have you have 2 trained fighters going against one. It's just it's like impossible.
Oh my God. And yeah, he's out of the ring now.
If you get pushed out of the ring, you're done, huh?
I guess you're done. And now it's 3-on-1 over there.
You know, these aren't just British boxers; these are kickboxers.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got skills. They got kicks.
They definitely. Oh my God.
That guy just delivered one really hard to the ribs.
I like how one of the Brazilians was trying to help his teammate a little bit before he got double teamed.
I mean, these are brothers, you said, right?
Exactly. 3 of them are brothers. So
Like this is just like no contest.
Yeah.
This should be stopped immediately.
they should be stopped. Now you know who's going to win.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
oh, ow, that
He just
face.
Superman
Yeah,
punched him in the
yeah,
face.
in the face.
Oh my
Ouch.
gosh.
Ouch.
What I do like is that like they're really.
Isn't that 5-on-2?
Yep. You've got 5-on-2. These guys, they could be doing a lot more damage if they wanted to be doing. So they're just kind of waiting for the referee to step in as he should.
Exactly. So yeah, the British, they fight with some class. You can tell.
Yeah, they're reserving.
It's not like the Polish, where it's like all 5 will jump in and start hitting.
Yeah.
So, in this case, Rob was right. The British won.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad
the Brazilians.
have a lot riding on this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that brother thing makes a difference.
Yeah, I think it came down to the brother thing because the brothers have this like family speech. They just get each other, so they don't even need to indicate. They just think together.
Dude, that guy looks like he's in pain.
Yeah.
He's older, man. He's trying to be in there. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Why did they bring that guy? Must be in his 50s.
Well, the TFC must have like a recruiting department that, you know, scouring the planet.
Exactly. For anyone
best
crazy enough to do this.
Yeah.
And, sometimes the young fighters aren't crazy. They don't want to ruin their careers. What if you get injured real badly? You're not going to fight anymore.
The look that guy just gave him was like, where were you on that one? What happened?
He's like, yeah, what did happen? Can I see the replay?
Yeah, well, we're going to watch the crazy replay soon.
This guy has body lock.
Yeah, he does.
He should be able to take his... Oh, no.
Oh, he got a kick in the face, though.
Right in the face.
And then he's the guy that was on the ground the whole time. He's trying to hold him.
Guy should have been able to get out of that for sure.
Oh,
I don't know
my
what
God.
happened there.
So that's the sort of short version. The long version shows it from a different angle, and we're gonna watch that one next. Okay, so this is how they pick who's gonna compete and who's not.
Interesting.
And so Sergey's picking, and this is how they figure. Okay, Brazil is gonna fight against the
Number 4.
Yep. And so these are the Brazilian fighters. They came all the way from Brazil. That guy's old, man.
Yeah.
2 old guys.
Yeah.
So they say they're professional fighters.
What kind of sports?
Boxe, Muay Thai,
Luta Livre.
Luta Livre. Wow. Oh, see, he's got the cauliflower. You can tell they're all trained on the ground.
Yeah. Well, Sao Paulo, jeez, it's a tough place.
Yeah, it is. And they're wrapping their hands. So number 5 is the brawlers.
Goes for UK, United Kingdom.
I like the editing.
Yeah.
So the editing gets better in season.
But these guys are all young guys.
Yeah, they're young guys. That's another reason.
It's a young man's sport. That's
Yep.
For sure. This guy's got a boxer's nose.
Yep, he's been, you can tell he's been broken so many times.
cage fighter boxer, been on UCMMA, last man standing champion 2012.
This guy's got credentials.
So he's got credentials.
Jeez.
Thank you.
And so,
And these guys got kicks.
yeah, he's
yes.
got kicks.
Decent.
Oh, he's showing off. Oh, wow.
To be honest, man, that wrist strength plays a huge difference. People downplay that, but a lot of your strength is really in your tendons. It has almost nothing to do with the muscles, more tendon strength and bone density than anything.
So this is the commentator on the sort of the official commentator.
Yeah.
But I think we're better.
He's the
Oh,
Joe
for sure.
Rogan.
Yeah, he's the Joe Rogan of this. But,
He looks enthused.
yep. So yeah, Joe Rogan, or not Joe Rogan, Jim Cooley's hyping everything up.
That guy's a pretty good, decent switch kick. That switch kick is intended to distract the opponent to think that you're going to kick with the right leg, and then you end up going high with the left leg. Mm-hmm. So they block downward, and then they end up getting clipped.
Oh, I see.
It's a nice little switch kick. Yeah.
So if you look at the British, you see there's 3 signs. There's Luke signs, Oliver signs, and Jacob signs.
Yeah.
3 brothers.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like
Two twins.
Yeah, 2 twins, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right. They're twins. They're twins. They're both 29. I didn't see that.
Interesting.
Goes to what Rob
Dude,
said
that
about.
dude, that homie is almost 50.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. The really old guy we saw, he's 48.
Yeah, called that one.
The oldest guy over on the UK team is 35.
Yeah, he's the older brother. So Jim Cooley, I looked him up. He's fought too in the MMA.
They need to get him a better microphone.
Yeah.
How you will act, does it frighten you or does
So they're interviewing the team captain.
it speak energy?
A estratégia é essa, tentar nocautear, os braços livres sempre.
Go out and fight, do our best, and see how it goes. So basically, no strategy. We're just gonna go out and wing it.
He's like, even if I did have a strategy, I'm not going to tell you.
Exactly, that's true.
There's a famous World War II battle where the Brazilians actually come in and they take a mountain over where the U.S. and the British had been trying to take over for a long time, and the Brazilians just came in and stormed the mountain.
Wow.
And it was because of their lack of preparation that they actually were able to storm the
They just went in and winged it. Oh, so maybe the winging technique
And the Italians
works.
didn't even know how to speak Portuguese, so they were overwhelmed.
And they didn't know how to surrender. They're like, And we got the dancers here again, dancing with the chains.
Yeah.
And we'll get to see the girl do the splits again.
I don't think I'd ever trust a girl to dance with a chain.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I mean, very fit. Good on them.
Yeah.
But not gonna trust you.
I like how some of them were like, no, it's just too cold for the tank top.
Yeah, exactly.
I need the-
And then the others are like, okay,
Right.
we're hardcore.
Right, I need
go
the long
sleeveless.
sleeves.
I mean, it's Riga, Latvia, and you saw what they were wearing outside. They had on the sweaters and everything, so it must be cold in here.
Dear ladies and gentlemen,
Svetlana.
review of the third team fighting championship event. The condition for the victory is last man standing.
Last man standing.
Let's meet.
She does this really thin lipstick thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
She's like,
the kiss of death.
Yeah, the kiss of death.
the reward for the victor is they get to be alive.
They have to shag her.
They get to go home to their families.
Exactly.
These poor guys, I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because now we're watching a second time, so we're gonna pay attention to details, and we know they're done.
That was sad.
Yeah. But they really looked like they had potential.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a few of the guys have very short legs, though, which is not good. But
Second fight, it's Brawlers, London, United Kingdom.
And here comes the UK team, the Brawlers.
and then Jim Cooley, I'm just gonna silence him
Do
a
they
little.
have anybody there to watch it? They don't have anyone.
No, it's a closed event, so it's only the other teams competing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't want people dying in front of an audience.
like an audience. Apparently, from what the organizer said, it's a 20,000 person arena. So it's like, imagine there's like an arena, and this is just a little section.
Right.
So I guess the hope is eventually it'll be watched live. That'll be crazy.
I've seen those Russian medieval ones. Have you seen?
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah,
Crazy.
wear armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two, TFC event number 3.
I mean, these guys are just better athletes.
Yeah, you can tell.
They're just-
Much more athletic.
Yeah.
Over to the judge.
And then Sergey tells you the rules.
The lack of rules.
The lack of rules. See, they show it from the Brazilian angle this time. That's why I like this version.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, God bless him, but
Ah.
you know, unless you got a sweet power double leg, you don't want to be
Exactly.
in there.
Time says Sergey Domin. The referees are in place. Good luck from Svetlana. 5-on-5 fight number 2, event number 3.
Jim Cooley's pretty enthusiastic, though. That's
Here
good.
we go. Sao Paulo,
See,
Brazil.
you see it from this angle. Opponent switch.
I mean, they just went. They went right for it. They
Yeah.
did 2-on-1, which
Yeah.
is a great approach. You knock out one fighter, and then it's over.
Mm-hmm.
That knee was devastating, though. That guy did get cooked with a knee.
And this guy was trying to do his ground thing, but his legs were too short. The guy's arm span, like, bypassed his legs.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is good for self-defense against one person, but man, if you're
Man, that was a great left.
yeah, these boxers, they're putting their shoulder behind it. They know what they're doing. This is top-level striking. I mean, like when your striking power really comes from your core, your twisting of your core, and the angle at which your back leg is going into the ground. And you can see that the red British boxers, their angle is money. They're on it.
Full mount and he's being soccer kicked.
And the old guy's the one that's trying to just hold him down.
Yeah, yeah. When you're in full mount like that, when somebody's got you in full mount like that, the best thing you can possibly
Dude,
do.
Yeah, he's
tried
gone.
to pull him out.
And a 2-on-1.
The way you escape full mount is you have to
Round and pound team of
you have to trap one of their ankles in between your legs, and then you basically pass the knee onto your belly, and then you're able to shrimp back, and then you're able to basically get what's called side or half guard. Once you have half guard, then you can secure full guard. But
That old dude wanted to go back in the ring.
yeah,
Did you see that?
this guy, he's like, who's next?
Yeah, it's crazy. So, There's the other full mount technique where it's like the bridge. You bridge and you.
Yeah, my favorite full mount escape is when you bridge up and you trap a leg, and then you can literally go right to a heel hook. That's my number one.
Oh, I see.
You can either go to straight ankle lock or heel hook, but for the majority of people, what you want to do is trap their ankle and then shrimp back and then get it in
I see.
half guard and then back to full guard.
Interesting. So it's like a gradual process.
Oh,
you start
yeah.
by getting half guard, and then you get back into the full guard.
Top level jiu-jitsu practitioners, it's a game of centimeters. It really is. Like they take 1 centimeter and they never give it back to you, and then they just suffocate you inch by inch by inch.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I definitely I want to see more jiu-jitsu in here.
Yeah, I mean, if it would make sense if it was sectioned off.
Do they have anything go 2 rounds?
Yeah, right.
No, it's once the team loses, the team gets the fight in the loser round. So there's no like 3-4 rounds or anything like that. But
So they're pretty quick. They're all within like a few minutes.
yeah, exactly. I think they get a 1 hour or 2 hour break in between.
Wow.
So it's pretty crazy. So like the teams that fight at the very end, they've already fought twice or maybe even 3 times
In
already.
the same day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if anybody could come up with some strategies.
Yeah. Because this fight is the closest I've seen in, oh man, that kick. This fight's the closest I've seen in all the seasons with any sort of strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like 2 brothers went directly for one guy immediately, which was smart.
He's got his hooliganism.
That's where your power is derived.
Exactly, from the nipples. I was thinking maybe I get some of this just to support them.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it
So
up.
this is cool. It's
Are we
like
forming a
breaking-
team right now?
We should. Although, just so you know, I'd be the one running around. I wouldn't want to engage directly.
Just visual diversion.
Yeah, I'd be the visual diversion. So this guy's the Luta Livre fighter.
Yeah.
I think he's the one that got destroyed immediately.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah. What is Luta Livre?
Luta Livre, as far as I understand, is like the mask from Mexico. It's like, not real. It's like fake wrestling.
So he's on the left here. You see, he's the one that gets double teamed immediately.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart.
Oh, that chin punch.
I mean, I would go for the strongest guy, but they went for the
Yeah, they went for the
thing.
weakest guy, and then he's trying to kick up, but
Yeah, this guy doesn't know he's
yeah,
on the ground.
and then look at that. He just turns, he gets hit, and he's done.
Yeah, no, his jiu-jitsu sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, because he's Luta Livre. He's not jiu-jitsu. Whatever, Luta Livre. And not to say Luta Livre isn't good. It's just he's not a good representative of Luta Livre. And it's a 33-year-old versus a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
So that was a very quick elimination.
Yeah.
And this is the guy. He looks pretty old too. He's 35,
Yeah.
and he's a jiu-jitsu guy. And
He's pretty tall.
yeah,
35's not bad. I mean, you can still get a lot done at 35.
exactly. And he's fighting this dude.
I mean, this guy's got. You look at his legs.
Oh my
dude.
God.
This guy's got strong legs.
Yeah. He's the big brother. He's the big signs.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was watching him earlier, and I was telling you about the power stance, how the striking is, and I mean, like he really sits on his punches.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
And so he's doing an upgrade. He got a knee right
Good
there.
knee to the sternum.
Good knee. Ouch.
Oof, man, that knee to the sternum sucks so bad. It hurts. He's got an overhand whizzer. He's got a whizzer here, trapping that arm, and
then he gets help.
That's all you do.
Yeah.
You just hold him and wait for your friend to show
Yeah.
up and punch him in the face.
Exactly. Oh,
It's so hard to
Yeah,
fight
it
2-on-1.
and
this
then
guy's
especially
trying.
he's in the corner now.
God bless him. This guy's giving it
Yeah,
a shot.
he's trying.
Man.
And he gets that knee to the face.
Oof, brutal.
But see, he's still protected. Like he didn't land on his head.
Right,
He landed
right.
with his chin tucked.
Yeah. I mean, you got heart.
Yeah, he had heart. But it's hard. You're going against a boxer who's a little taller than you. Look at his.
Yeah, I mean, frame matters.
So I wonder what would have happened if the Brazilian team had like the same height. So there was no height advantage that the UK had.
Well, yeah, I know. Height plays a huge difference. When you're punching down, you're working with gravity,
Yeah.
and it makes a difference.
Yeah.
A big difference.
And we have a Muay Thai fighter on the Brazilian side, and this is our nose dude, the guy with the crazy nose.
Yeah.
It's a boxer.
Yeah.
Justice is his nickname, his hooligan name.
Law and Order.
Yep.
Like Chuck Norris's legs.
How he's put together. Nice.
Oh, I see. He thought he was fighting the other guy. There was a lot of confusion. The Brits were really good with the strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit
Sucker
someone.
punch,
Nice.
bam.
And he will pay for that as
Here he comes. Oh, just.
Oh, yeah. That's what happens when you sucker punch
Yeah.
your brother, man. You're gonna get teed off on.
Yep. And then 3-on-1.
Yeah. I mean, they really could have done a lot more damage here, to be honest.
Exactly.
They could have just gone right for the kidney, or the liver.
Ouch.
You'd be peeing blood the next day.
Ugh. Yeah.
I mean, one good liver punch and the guy goes down.
Oh, yeah.
How many cameras do they have on this round?
They've probably got 6 cameras going at the same time.
Yeah, I'd assume so. I assume it's like one crane camera and then like 5 cameras each on a fighter. I think that's probably what it is.
That's not the liver shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy, they could be doing a lot more here. I mean, they're kind of being a gentleman.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Wow. But I get why the Brazilian guy sucker punched because he was trying to use strategy because the other guy's 2-on-1.
Totally.
Right?
No, I don't fault him for it.
Exactly.
I get it. Totally get it. Although I probably would have, instead of sucker punching, I probably would have tried to take out an ankle or something.
Yeah.
Try and sweep the leg.
I agree. Get him on the ground.
Yeah.
God, you could really fuck someone up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that there's
Take
a
their
couple
knee
of,
out right there.
Yeah.
They're not even looking.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can clip a knee. That would suck.
Oh, that would suck. I like the he went on the
Take down
ground.
defense.
Yep. And this guy's the team captain, so.
Yeah. He's the one that I think he gave the look like, where were you?
Yeah.
What happened?
Exactly.
Boxer from Brazil.
Oh, he's a boxer.
Saw what the boxer from London was able to do.
Wow.
See what their boxer can do.
And he's fighting a signs.
It's interesting that these guys wore more clothing because they were going up against jiu-jitsu guys. Typically, you want to wear less.
That's true. Less to grab, right?
Yeah, less tension, less friction.
Uh-huh.
Another one of the signs, and look
He's got the
guys.
boxer stance.
Now these guys,
This guy has
Oh,
good footwork.
yeah.
Jeez, Louise.
He knocked him down.
Yeah.
monster now in charge.
So, but he knows how to keep the distance.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
pretty
so
good.
here what you want to do is, in order to pass this, you grab an ankle and you just spin it.
He's spin. Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
see.
hold on
Yeah,
the
but
ankle.
he's taking too much time.
Yeah.
While his teammates are getting killed, he's not getting enough blows in.
Yeah, that's true. He's taking his time, whereas he doesn't realize his teammates are getting killed.
Yeah.
And just when you think you have
I mean, he was the strong link, and his friends just fell off.
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4.
And then he's like, "Oh shit!"
Again, this guy has double whizzers on him, and he's just holding him, waiting for his brothers to show up to tee off.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's just going right for
Oh, and he got
kidney.
hit. Oh, he got some crazy damage there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's why when you saw him with the ice pack later,
Yeah.
from what I know, I think he was the one that got injured. He's a gentleman. He even told the judge, "I hit him in the head." And the Brazilian team left after this, so it must have been him. He must have gotten a really bad injury.
Shoot.
Because normally they'd fight the Russians because the Russians lost against the Polish, so they're supposed to fight the Russians. It would have been a great fight, but he got hurt.
Well, smart on them because that would have been a beatdown.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the old guy.
I mean, this guy just doesn't have any business being there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sorry, dude.
The Americans brought a 48-year-old in the previous season. That guy got destroyed. So I don't know why the Brazilians didn't learn from that experience.
Jacob is also an MMA fighter.
So,
Grossa, as you saw, is a Muay Thai fighter.
see, look at that.
Yeah.
This deception right there.
Yeah, no, he switched it up. That's good.
Each other, and they're going to feel each
Make
other.
him think quickly.
Trying to take him down. But he
Good
did.
takedown.
Yep.
It's a decent takedown.
Trying to pass the guard.
Yeah, he's got to push that knee under and throw his leg over the top of it. He's got, again, this guy's really he's just got double
Holding him.
whizzers, you know, and he's just holding him, waiting for his friends to show up to tee off. Now, if this guy wanted to get out of these double whizzers, all he has to do is basically, put pressure on his chin. He just got swept.
And then he got
just
swept.
That
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu guy got swept. That's crazy.
Yeah.
MMA fighter, he knows those sweeps. And
Man, he's got full mount. Okay,
And
so
then-
here all he's got to do is, like you were saying, bridge up what's called umpa.
Oh, he's trying to oompa, yeah.
And then you trap the ankle and you can do a little heel hook. But I mean, like, this guy's getting punched from both sides.
Exactly.
Come on.
And he's got too much weight on him.
Yeah.
Real John
Yeah, that he was the Superman punch guy, and this is when Hank noticed earlier. He just got pulled in. He thought it was still.
There he is. He's ready to fight.
He's out of it. He's out of it.
He doesn't know who has him. That's security that's got a hold of him now. He was knocked senseless and had no idea what was going on. He wants to get back in there. That's not going to happen.
Wow.
He's been eliminated. This fight is
I mean, these guys are just much more tactical.
Yeah, much more tactical.
Precise.
decimating the ground and pound.
This poor dude.
Yeah. It's crazy.
This is good job.
Yep.
Good job whooping my ass.
Yep. Well, I think this is a good fight to retire from. I mean, you fought against 5 people.
Yeah.
You know?
Really.
I would have no regrets even if I got my ass kicked. That's the end.
Nice.
That's
Thank you
one of the coolest fights. Thank you guys for watching
That was
this.
a good one.
Yeah.
Actually enjoyed that.
I think what I want to see in future seasons is more strategy like the British did. Because you don't see any of that in any other fight.
Yeah.
They literally just confuse the Brazilians so much.
Yeah, it's like pawns on a chessboard, man.
Yeah.
Like if people move forward and you're sort of like, you know, checkered, so to speak, back and forth, then all of a sudden they're open to being hit from all different angles.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Exactly.
Gotta think of it like that.
I want to say something like even sort of your idea of back-to-back.
Yeah.
Like think of it like 2 people
Yeah.
protecting each other's backs, and then one guy patrols the ring, does the sucker punching.
Yeah.
So it's like
a berserker.
yeah, like a berserker. So you got like you two got each other's back. I'm running around hitting people and running away.
Yeah.
Like that could be a strategy.
Totally.
And then, and then the other team probably doesn't speak your native tongue, so you need to be vocal. And then, you know, maybe you do some crazy thing where you spin around with you
and just kicks.
and then exactly.
Arms
Right.
just kicking people.
Yeah, I see. Or if one guy can trap 2 guys on the ground or something like that.
Or if you could get some acrobatics, you could one guy jump and lift him, and he just comes down.
Exactly.
Get some aerials in there.
That would be great.
Yeah.
You would think that
WWE has done this for a while with multiple people in the ring.
You would think that people would kind of rugby scrim it up, where they would line up and then all sort of try and corral them into a corner, you know? Because if they're all squished together, then they have no elbow room or anything like that.
I see. Okay, do you guys have anything else to say?
No, I think that's good.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was Hank, and this was Rob,
Absolutely.
2 martial artists. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Appreciate that.
Thank
My
you guys for
introduction.
watching. All right, man, they'll be back in the future.